y'all, it's Courageous, and I am back with a weekly pick-up card reading. This is for the week of September 9th through September 15th. So let's jump right in. In group 1, we have the rhodochrosite. Group 2, we have the diamond. Group 3, we have the apophyllite. And group 4, we have the topaz. So feel free to pause the video if you need more time, but I'm going to get started with group 1. All right, group 1, you chose the rhodochrosite. Who needs this? Anyone who's grieving or really needs to grieve. Anyone who suffered a major loss or a relationship ended, or any outdated idea of self. So use this when your heart hurts so that you can feel all the feels, even the most painful ones, and be still be gentle with yourself. So soften your heart is the message for the rhodochrosite. Let's see what's going on with you, group 1. First, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Knives. All right, group 1. So I definitely see that you need to heed the message of the rhodochrosite and definitely soften your heart. You're going through something emotionally right now where it's causing you a lot of hurt and a lot of disappointment, and there definitely needs to be some inner healing. I feel that you are disconnected from others, maybe even disconnected from yourself due to this disappointment or this disillusionment that's happened for you. I definitely see that you need to try to seek out, possibly in this King of Pentacles, seek out a leader type figure, maybe a mentor, maybe your father, and kind of get some emotional support from this King of Pentacles, because right now you're going through a lot emotionally with these Nine of Cups in reverse, this Five of Cups in reverse. You're going through some inner hurt, some disappointment, and it's causing you a lot of emotional frustration, disillusionment. It could be that you are trying to work through this alone, trying to get ahead on your own, and it's not really working. You definitely need to reach out, I would say, to this father figure in the King of Pentacles. And I say father figure, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a father. It could just be a masculine type figure. So it could really be your mother, if your mother is a masculine figure, but definitely someone wiser, someone that will come to you with some pearls of wisdom, some advice, and some sustenance, because I definitely see that you're feeling very, very frustrated, very disillusioned, very disconnected, and you need to reconnect, group 1. Let me see what the oracle cards say. Between worlds, truth be told, regeneration, soulmates, yang. All right, so so this yang just confirmed that you definitely need to reach out or possibly embrace King of Pentacles and masculine energy in what's going on with you this week, group 1. So like I said, you're experiencing a lot of frustration, and that's pretty much the theme of the week. You're frustrated, you're kind of disappointed. It might be that you are just feeling impatient, right? And that's where the disconnect comes in. Perhaps you've been trying to get ahead at something, or you've just been trying to deal with something on your own, and it's not showing results, and that's why you're very disappointed. In these oracle cards, I'm seeing that, yeah, you're kind of like half in, half out. You're stuck between worlds, between moving ahead and staying behind. You're stuck between acknowledging your truth, right? You're acknowledging your pain with this rhodochrosite, this disappointment. I feel like you're stuck between the emotional and the physical world. To compare, I would say you're stuck between the cups and the knives in this situation, right? Like you're neglecting your emotional needs because you're repressing them. You're frustrated, you're disappointed, you're possibly heartbroken, and you're trying to just kind of push it all down and not deal with it. But you definitely need to deal with it, group one. You need to be honest with yourself, and definitely try to grow from that, to heal. This is a moment for healing for you. This, with this regeneration card, everything will be reborn. So this is kind of a reincarnation moment for you in terms of growing from this hurt, right? So we have this in this card, in the regeneration card, we have this, everything is, we have the lava, everything is burnt down, but look, everything is growing again. And this is definitely the moment for you. You might be hurting inside. It might be this fire of pain that you're trying to keep out, trying to keep down, trying to ignore. And you need to be honest and tell yourself and allow yourself to feel this pain. So I definitely think you need to heed the rhodochrosite. Possibly buy one so you can channel that energy and help you heal. This soulmate card is telling me that possibly if it was a relationship that you kind of ended, or it was the loss of a loved one. See, you're grieving, right? So it could have been a major loss in terms of a loved one, or it could have been a relationship that came to an end. But it was definitely what you felt was a strong connection. You guys had a bond, and it is a very big loss for you. And you definitely have to make sure that you are acknowledging these emotions so that you can heal from them and move on. And obviously, if this was a loss, they're gone but never forgotten. But life has to keep, the circle of life keeps going. We have to keep growing until it's our time to go. But I definitely feel like you're not acknowledging this pain. You're between, with this between worlds card, I'm getting that you're ignoring this side and the emotional side of it, and you're trying to just move on without acknowledging these feelings. But that's not a very good way to deal, because it'll come through when you least expect it to. And it might be, the floodgates will definitely open even harder than you expected. So I definitely think that you need to possibly seek out this King of Pentacles, or at least embrace some kind of masculine energy that the King of Pentacles and the Yang are giving out. And in terms of that, it's just to be more active in balancing your emotional needs. Be more honest, right? These cups are in reverse. The cups will definitely give you feminine energy, but right now you're repressing that feminine energy. So it could be that you're over masculine right now, over masculinized, or you just need to embrace the aspects of masculine energy to be active in your process of healing. Because it could be that you're passive, you're just crying and just letting the world pass you by, and that's not the strategy to take. You definitely need to be more active, be more constructive, and embrace this rhodochrosite healing energy to move forward. So here we go with the cosmic reading cards, world within world. So the worlds within worlds, you are a world within your own world. And right now, the world within is hurting. Group 1, you're in pain, and you need to focus on actively healing and growing from that pain. But the first step is acknowledging it. If you continue to ignore it, or if you continue to just let it control you while you try to repress it, it's not gonna help you at all. You definitely need to work on healing actively, constructively. If you need to reach out to a mentor or a father figure to help you in this process, definitely do so. But you need to be more constructive about this healing. That's the only way that the pain will go away, group 1. So that's your reading for this week. Let me know if this resonates. Leave me a comment in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm moving on to group 2. Peace. All right, group 2, you chose the diamond. Who needs it? Who doesn't? When to use it? When you've just got to keep it icy. When you want to make your intentions perfectly clear. When it's time to beam your own unique light through the darkness for all to see. This message is for you to shine your brightest. Shine bright like a diamond. All right, let's see what cards you have. The Devil, the Magician, the Emperor in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, and the Hanged Woman. Lots of major arcana cards here, group 2. What's going on? Let's take a look, see. All right, group 2. So I definitely see conflicting energy, but overall I see a lot of positivity. There's a lot of potential for manifesting. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Magician. These are cards of opportunity, of manifesting what you want, and I definitely see that there's the potential for that, and there might be the requirement for that this week for you, group 2. The overall energy I'm seeing is the Devil, and the Devil card is when we're trapped. We're trapped by our own design mostly, or because we feel addicted, or we feel trapped, or we feel stuck. But mostly the Devil card is when we're trapped by our own design. And I'm seeing with this Eight of Pentacles that it definitely has to do with your mentality in terms of work. I definitely see that you might be overworking yourself. You might be putting too many overtime hours. You might be trapped in a job that you don't like, and that's what the Devil card and this Eight of Pentacles is telling me. You're definitely not in a place where you want to be career wise, and this Emperor is telling me that you're stubbornly holding on to it. It's like you're probably in a job where you make good money, but you hate it, but you're thinking of the money first as opposed to thinking of other opportunities. There's definitely an opportunity coming here for you, and it could be the opportunity for a career change. It could just be a new financial venture, or it could just be you manifesting some new financial some new money or something. But I definitely feel that you need to embrace this Ace of Pentacles and this Magician and manifest the career that you want, manifest the life that you want. You're stuck in a job. You're stuck in a job. It pays the bills, but it's not what you want. And I definitely see with this Tower card that even if you're trapped there by your own design, you're not going to be stuck there much longer. So it could be that this tower is a cosmic intervention to get you out of this job, because I definitely, this upheaval of your status quo is definitely coming. So it could be by your own design if you embrace this magician energy and take this opportunity off given to you by the Ace of Pentacles, or it could be that the universe is just like, okay, well, you're not listening. I'm throwing opportunities in your face, and I need to cosmically intervene and cause this upheaval in your life so that you're not stuck in this situation that you hate, or that is not beneficial for you, because you may like that job and definitely pays the bills, but you might be overworking yourself too much. If you're working 80 hours a week, that's devil energy, and this Tower card is telling you that either you do it or it's going to be done for you, because it's definitely not a beneficial situation for you. So maybe something will happen, let's say if we're talking about your job, maybe layoffs will happen. Maybe it may be that you'll just get into an altercation, or you might just be fed up with your boss. Something's gonna happen with this Tower moment. But again, at the end of the day, it is for the best. We see this Tower card, and it does look scary because it's shaking up your whole world, right? It's shaking up your whole belief system. But at the end of the day, it's something that will definitely be beneficial for you, and it'll definitely bring you more peace. With this Hanged Woman, this card is a card of serenity, of kind of peaceful meditation, right? So it's definitely a card, and it's a card of contentment. So I see that this week you need to take this opportunity offered by the Ace of Pentacles and switch up your career, switch up your lifestyle, because it's not beneficial for you. You're stuck right now, and this Emperor in reverse is telling me that it's definitely a job. You're probably just being greedy because it pays the bills. You're probably just, you get a lot of overtime, and who doesn't like time and a half, right? But that's the devil energy. And as we know, there might be something that will be that you really want to do, that you're trying to manifest, but staying at this job or staying in this mode of operation. It's a pentacle, so it's definitely financial, right? So it could just be that you're at a job because it pays well, and that you're going to have the opportunity for more money. This Ace of Pentacles is a new financial beginning, so it could be another job. It could be just a money-making opportunity, but definitely it's a card of manifestation, just like the Magician. So you definitely need to take that opportunity this week, Group 2, so that you can shine your brightest, right? You gotta make your intentions perfectly clear and beam your own unique light. This job that you're currently in is not letting you beam your own unique light. You're not shining there. You need to take this Ace of Pentacles and Magicians to really, really manifest opportunity that will help you shine. Let's see what the Oracle cards say. Observer, Unfinished Symphony, Happy, and Come to the Edge. So there you have it, Group 2. You definitely have to take this opportunity, this Unfinished Symphony. This is something, this opportunity, and this Magician card are telling you to finish what you started. You started this symphony. You started on this path it could be that you got derailed because you had to make money, but this is calling you to your true purpose. And notice this is the 10 energy. This is the 1. We have the Ace, which is the 1. This is a card of beginnings. So you definitely have numerologically, you're working with some ones that are telling you to begin anew. And this Tower card may not be a one, but this card is telling you that we will burn what you have to the ground and rebuild it stronger, better, faster, better, strong, wiser. I was trying to remember the lyrics of the song, don't mind me. But you definitely have to take this opportunity and get just on your true calling, group 2. And that's where your happiness is. And it could be that you haven't continued on this path because you feel like it's a risk, but it's telling you come to the edge. This come to the edge card always reminds me of the Fool card, where they're taking that leap of faith, and this is the leap of faith that you need to take, group 2. You have to really come to terms and objectively look at how this job is keeping you stuck, how this is these 3 cards, the Devil, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles are all telling you that you're in a negative space in terms of your job. With this Pentacles, right? In terms, the Emperor in reverse can indicate greed, so it could just be you're money hungry. You're stuck in this money making mode. You're stuck in this old habit, right? You're stuck with what you know. Could be you've been at that job for years, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay here for years, but you're stuck, and you need to acknowledge that so that you can start manifesting these opportunities that will definitely bring you happiness and fulfillment, right? This symphony is your personal song that needs finishing, and at this job you're not going to finish it, but I definitely see that you're going to take this opportunity, or the universe is going to make it happen for you, because if the universe gives you all of these signs and it's telling you where to go, and if you don't listen to it, sometimes what it does, it gives you a kick in the butt with this Tower card, and it makes it so that you have no other choice but to follow this path, because that's where you were meant to go. And it tries to nudge you, free will and all, it tries to nudge you, but sometimes it's like, Tim, you're not listening to me. And I definitely think that this is going to be your choice, group 2. You are the one that is going to manifest this new opportunity, this new career, this new life change, and it's going to be an upheaval of everything you know right now. It's going to be a change, but it's going to be a positive change. Happiness, fulfillment, personal fulfillment. This is you. It could be that this job where you're just another cog in the machine. Here you're the composer. Here you're the conductor of the machine, if we want to keep up the metaphor. Let's see what the cosmic reading cards say. Free spirit. Look at that. Free yourself. We have the Devil card here. Free yourself from what's limiting you. This is limiting you. This job, this mentality, make money. I don't have to be happy. Let me work 80 hours a week and not see my family. Let me not have any fun. This is telling you need to free yourself from that. Free your essence and your spirit so that you can find happiness, so that you can find fulfillment. And this Ace of Pentacles is here with this opportunity. You'll still be financially well off. You have to trust in that process, because 80 hours a week, you think that that's all there is to make money. You free yourself from that, and you will still find both financial fulfillment and personal fulfillment, group 2. That's your reading. Be sure to let me know if this resonates with you, and be sure to leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Peace. All right, group 3, you chose the Apophyllite. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on high to hit them with something good. When to use it: when the spiritual life feels like a moving target, when you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth, when you feel like your but thoughts are dishonoring the most innermost you. Beam yourself up, way up. All right, let's see, group 3. We have the Ace of Cups, the 7 of Coins in reverse, a Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 5 of Wands in reverse, Temperance, The Knight of Coins in reverse. And the Four of Cups in reverse. All right, group three. So right off the bat, I do see what the Apophyllite is discussing, that in terms of needing to kind of connect spiritually, and you searching for more. With this Ace of Cups, I definitely do see the beginning of a new, like the energy of this week being more spiritually geared, and you working on ways to improve your spirituality. With this Temperance card, I also see that you're trying to dip your feet. It's like, it could be that you're joining a religion. It could be that you're new to a spiritual practice. This could be the week that you take up meditation, right? And you have to dip your feet slowly. Like, you can't expect that you're going to really get everything down pat in a week, right? Or even a day. And I definitely see that you've been really resistant to this spiritual connection. This spiritual connection has been kind of not necessarily severed, but it's definitely been hurt by the fact that it may be that you've experienced some bad luck, or maybe spirit hasn't really been that you think that spirit really hasn't been having your back. You may have experienced some bad luck, some financial setbacks, or you've been working really hard and you're not really harvesting the work. So it kind of leads to disappointment. So it could be that that is what draws you to the spiritual connection now, or it could be that that's what has prevented you from coming to this spiritual connection for so long. But I definitely see that it's with this Four of Cups in reverse, you're definitely over your way of thinking. You're definitely over, you're trying to change your perspective. You're trying to change your way of thinking. So it might be, especially with this Five of Wands in reverse, it might just be that, oh, you're tired of kind of the conflict and the drama, and you've come to peace with what you need to do internally to kind of move yourself forward. Like I said, I believe it's like, it could be you're just taking up meditation. You might be taking up a spiritual practice of whatever you practice. You might take up prayer. You might take up even just yoga. You might just listen to some gospel music, or you might go to church. However you practice, you're definitely coming to that this week, group three. You're definitely building on this spiritual practice, and it could just be because of this lack of what you feel, this bad luck, this lack of good luck, or this lack of seeing the fruits of your labors. Or it could just be that this luck, or this fortune, it might be that it's not physical of this realm. It could just be that you're not feeling fruitful in terms of your spirituality, and you definitely want to build on that practice. But I definitely see that this week is what the Apophyllite is saying. You are building a spiritual connection, even though I do see that you will be frustrated this week, that you already are frustrated because you feel like you have bad luck. It's like you're working hard and you're not necessarily seeing the results. You're feeling setbacks, but at the same time, I do think you are going to let go of some of the stubbornness you have in terms of your spiritual connection to whatever spirit you believe in. Let me see what the Oracle cards say for it. Round and round. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Why? Clean it up. And building blocks. Yeah, so this Wheel of Fortune is definitely always reminding me of the round and round card. These two cards are related. Everything is cyclical. So what are you doing, right? It's these three cards here. You feel like you're not reaping what you sow. You're not getting a harvest, and you feel like you've had bad luck. What are you doing? What are you changing? What are you doing to reap better rewards in the future, to reverse these reverse cards, right? Have them upright, where you are blessed by fortune, where you are harvesting all of the hard work that you're putting in. Ask yourself, why aren't things coming out my way, right? And it could be that you need to really clean up your act in terms of your attitudes. If this is a money situation, right, you definitely need to be honest about your spending, and if you need to see a financial advisor, if you need to start setting up a budget, always question why are you not achieving the results that you are working hard for. What can you change in this cycle that's going round and round so that these cards can be upright? You need to clean up your act, because it could be you are disorganized in your spending. If you haven't set up a budget, you're like, oh no, I'm not spending too much. Yeah, you are. So what building blocks, what foundations can you set so that this doesn't continue to happen, so that you can break this cycle, right? Group 3, and in terms of spirituality, this building blocks card is, like I said, you're definitely going to be working on building a spiritual foundation, a spiritual connection, in terms of why this why card. It could be, again, why am I stuck in this cycle, but it also could be questioning why you're drawn to one spiritual practice versus another, or why you even want to start the spiritual practice. Because if you are starting the spiritual practice because you feel like, oh, fortune is going to smile on me and I'm going to see better luck, that's not a very genuine reason to start a spiritual practice. That's kind of being selfish. You're supposed to start these for the right reason. So it could be that you're just questioning why start this practice, which one to start and why. But definitely this week you're going to be setting up a foundation for not only your spiritual connection, but also your financial connection. Your not even necessarily financial, but your fruit, your harvest, right? You're connecting why that the work that you put in is not being equally showing a profit or an output that's commensurate with what you've been putting in. It could be financial, since these are pentacles, but it's definitely going to be that you're going to be changing your perspective in terms of the work that you put in terms of the habits that you're forming that may be leading to these negative outcomes. Because you might be thinking it's bad luck, but it's really just poor organization. And you're definitely going to be setting up the building blocks this week, group 3. And you're definitely going to be building and strengthening your spiritual connection, much like the Apophyllite Stone says. Let's see your cosmic reading card. Sacred Journey. There you are. There you go. Sacred Journey. You are starting. It could be that you start a spiritual awakening this week, or you're starting on a new journey for your spiritual connection. But you're definitely going to find some depth in terms of your connection to spirit this week, group 3. Maybe you've already started it and you haven't even noticed how far along you are on this sacred journey. But definitely, if you haven't started your spiritual practice, just start slow. Start with the basic foundations. Just take some time and meditate. Take some time to pray if you pray. Whatever you need to do, just don't just jump feet first without knowing. Just kind of, take your time to really dive into this new, or this continuing, or the next phase of this sacred journey that you're on, group 3. But definitely this week I do see that you will be deepening your spiritual connection. So that is your reading, group 3. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if this resonates with you in the comment section below. Peace. All right, group 4, you chose the topaz. This is for anyone: A, burning the midnight oil; B, burning the candle at both ends; C, burning bridges; or D, all of the above. So use this when you're aiming in the right direction, but keep misfiring. Passion is totally indispensable, but if you're not careful with it, it might burn you up. So call on the topaz to transform wild obsessions into laser-like focus and burning desires into getting things done. This is to increase your firepower, group 4. Let's see what the cards have for you this week. Queen of Wands, right away with the fire energy. 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 9 of Wands in reverse, the Sun, the King of Cups, and the 7 of Swords in reverse. All right, group 4. So I definitely see right off the bat that this topaz is right on the money. Firepower. We do this energy of this week is the Queen of Wands. That the wands are the fire energy. You are definitely needing to channel this energy of this self-aware, powerful, passionate, creative queen, right? Leader energy. But I see that this week could bring the competitive, kind of excessive side of you. But I definitely see that if you do channel the Queen of Wands this week, you're going to have a very good week, potential, for happiness and success. But you definitely need to set boundaries, and I feel like these boundaries are more with yourself than with other people. This 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords in reverse are definitely giving me vibes where you're competing against, it could be against yourself. You're really trying really hard to be your best. And it's working, it is, but at the same time, you have to set boundaries. The topaz is telling you you're burning the candles at both ends. You're burning bridges. You're burning, the midnight oil. You're working a little too hard, and yet it's really going to affect you and your relationships. With this 5 of Swords, I definitely see that you are kind of competing against others. It could be you're competing against the clock, right? You're really trying to make this deadline. You're really trying to get your assignments in. But I feel like it calls for you to be more self-aware and in terms of setting your boundaries. Don't work past 10 o'clock, right? Don't burn the midnight oil. Set some time constraints for yourself, because it's going to overwhelm you. I definitely think that you have to really embrace this leadership energy, right? The queen, even the queen knows how to structure her life and how to stay organized and what boundaries to set. You definitely need that this week, group 4. You are working really hard, but you're jeopardizing this happiness and this success. It could be that you're neglecting, you need to set some boundaries so you can spend some time with your King of Cups, right? This could be your partner. This could be a love interest. The king is facing the sun, and it's also facing, in the direction where the queen is. You are the queen. You definitely need to spend some time with your boo thing, right? This King of Cups could be a water sign: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Stop working so hard. Maybe you need some alone time. Go on a little weekend vacation. But reminisce on old times, rekindle this fire. But I definitely think you're burning yourself out, and you need to set some boundaries. This Six of Cups is saying that you need to remember the past. Remember the times when you fell in love. So this King of Cups is definitely feeling the need to remember the times, and I definitely think that you need to embrace this topaz energy and stop working so hard. It's great to work hard, but if all you're doing is working, then that's a problem. So you definitely need to take some time, make a schedule. Like personally, I don't answer emails between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. Right? Like I don't answer phone calls. It's very rare for me to, unless it's like a close family member. I try to block off time where I'm not available, because if you make yourself available all of the time, guess what? People are going to reach out to you all of the time. If you answer emails from home, well, you answer email from home. They're going to email you when you're at home. So set up boundaries. Keep work at work. If you work from home, set yourself a schedule, so office hours, so that you're not tied to your work. I know you want to get ahead. You are getting ahead already, but it's becoming excessive. It's coming to the point where you are burning yourself out, where you need to create more structure, and you need to remember your emotional needs, right? Remember, if this is not a person, remember that you need emotional fulfillment, and if you're neglecting your emotional needs because you're working too much, you're doing yourself a disservice. But I definitely think this is your boo thing, wanting to spend some time, and that's where you're gonna find some happiness, right? You set in a way message for your emails, and just, dinner and a movie, stay in, just spend some time seeking your emotional happiness. Let's see what the oracle cards say. Blessed, time to go, serendipity, not for you. All right, so yeah, see, here we go. It's time to go. It's time to go spend some time with your boo. You're so blessed. You're so blessed because you work hard and you are getting ahead in your job. You've gotten so far along, but now it's time to just go and take a break. It's time, stop working so much. Stop working around the clock. Stop burning the midnight oil. That's not for you. What's for you is to set some healthy boundaries and just go be happy. Go spend some time with your loved ones. Go have some fun. Go out for a night out. But you definitely need to stop overworking yourself. You have come so far. You're doing so great. Now start pacing yourself so that you're not burning yourself out, and so that you're not losing touch with your loved ones, right? Because you could possibly be neglecting them, and hey, when you turn around, they won't be there anymore. So definitely group 4, set some boundaries and embrace this queen energy, and just be a structured, self-aware leader. Notice where your shortcomings are. Notice what parts of your life you're neglecting, so that you can pay some attention to them this week. Let's see the cosmic cards. Awaken, shadow self. Okay, so these cosmic cards, awaken, right? Awaken to this side of you that you're neglecting. Your shadow self, obviously, we all have negative sides to ourselves. We all have aspects of ourselves that are not exactly, the best for us, or that we think are the best to show. But obviously, you have to embrace all aspects of yourself. So that's exactly what I'm getting with this card. You're only focusing on one, with this energy, this reading, especially with the topaz, you're only focusing on one side of yourself, and you're neglecting your other self, right? You're a hard worker. Yeah, you're a go-getter. You're determined to go. But what about the other facets of your personality? What about your other needs, your spiritual, emotional, and other needs outside of work, outside of financial stability? What outside of your career ambitions? What about those sides? You definitely need to to start taking care of all aspects of your personality, all aspects of your needs, so that you're a well-rounded, happy, individual. And I definitely think that you're going to start doing that this week, because you're going to see that you definitely need to set some boundaries, and you need to pay attention to other areas of your life, group 4. So that has been your reading. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more readings. Peace.